Can you imagine if it's just like an hour of this?
Yeah.
I told you that I can play any instrument, and so for all of our unsaudis that listen to that via the podcast, that was me. If you're on YouTube, that was not me. That was our friend Will. Yeah, you're good. You're good. Welcome to Unsought Opinions with Stephen B, Dano, and we have Joy and Will. If I don't know if you guys want to give your last names, you can or not.
I'd rather not.
Okay, that's great. Well,
We're a pretty popular podcast, so
there's going to be a lot of listens. We got a lot of people that tune in.
And the people that do listen already know who we are from when you said Joy and Will. They're like, you guys can just say it. It's Miller.
We know. So thank you guys for welcoming us into your awesome basement. If you hear the incredible acoustics, it's because we are in a basement. Also a sound room. So that's nice.
The mattress is a nice buffer, a sound buffer.
It's good.
Yeah.
and these waiters right here.
They're still drying out. They're still drying out from fishing the other day.
Did you catch anything?
No.
Where'd you go?
I did. I caught 2 chub, but you don't count those. Those are trash fish.
Where'd you go?
The Hughes River,
Where's that?
Madison. It's like near Old Rag.
Okay.
So, yeah, when you're driving to Old Rag on Nethers Road, the Hughes is the river that's right on your right the whole time. Yeah.
Dude, can we just talk about how good Will's voice is on podcast?
Dreamy.
Have you been on podcasts before? Or, I guess,
I don't think I have.
an audio
No,
medium?
I think this is a first.
This is the first.
Yeah.
Well,
What better podcast to be on?
I know.
we're
yeah.
not going to invite you
I'm
back
honored.
because you will be replacing us. So, all that to say, tell us a little bit about you guys.
Who do you want to go first?
You.
What do you want to know?
This is painful.
Why are we in your basement?
Well, we are not clean people, and our house upstairs is tragic, and there's nowhere to sit. Every surface is covered with clothes and children's toys.
Our house is 1,200 square feet.
Yeah.
And of that, there's like maybe 10 square feet that is clean,
Yeah.
where you can actually sit or stand.
Yeah.
And on top of that, the kids are sleeping upstairs. So
It's good to keep us down low so
Yeah.
that we don't wake anyone.
It's like a ski chalet, though, which is awesome.
I'm sorry,
chalet. I believe is it chalet? I
Is
think
it?
it's chalet.
It's chalet.
Yeah,
Chalet?
It's
chalet is like I don't know what that is.
That's not a house style.
I think
I'll
it's
tell
where you
that.
go skiing and stay.
You're wrong.
Dang it.
Yeah, so our first weekly segment that we typically do is How was your week? So, Dan, how was your week?
I hate this segment because I don't have it prepared, but
We did. It's the first thing every week.
Same as always. What did I do this week?
The people want to know.
I know. I want to know. I don't think I did anything that I can think
Dang,
of.
that-
I mean,
honestly-
there was a Super Bowl that we watched.
That's true.
Well,
We
I
all
watched
did
the
that.
first 2 quarters, and then I had to go to bed.
Wow.
Well, because of my kids.
Honestly, him saying that he did nothing, I heard that and I was like, ooh, that sounds nice.
I've heard there's a comedian that talked about that. I think it was John Mulaney, but he said, when you're in your 20s, it's like, we have to do something. What'd you do this week? I know I did this, this, and this. And when you're in your 30s and you have kids, it's like, what'd you do? Dude, I did nothing. It was incredible.
I survived.
I've
Yeah.
also heard the more your wife does, the less you have to do. So that might be why you're kind of like, I didn't really do much this week.
And I'm over here like,
Yeah.
I'm dying, man.
Didn't your wife take your children to Pennsylvania without you?
Yes.
That was your week?
Did you see
No, I had a
the
lot of
dead
studying
stare?
that I was doing because I'm
Yeah.
switching my career.
Whoa,
So
I didn't know about this.
studying nonstop.
That's cool. Oh, wait, I did know this.
Did you?
Ventriloquism? I forget.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
What
No,
are you
I'm
actually
I'm
doing?
going to be a financial planner, hopefully.
Oh, nice. That's
I
awesome.
got a big test on Saturday, so I've been studying for that the last month.
What does that test look like?
Wouldn't you like
Farmer
to know?
Brown has 3 chickens. What's the best way to maximize his profits?
It's called Securities Industries Essentials, and essentially it's just anything financial. You have to take that test before you can really get into the actual career
I'm
or
not
like
going to
the
lie.
industry.
You lost me at the title.
Is it like a certification or is it a license?
It's a certification, and then on top of that, you get licensed before you can sell anything or
Whoa.
have a job, really.
That's pretty intense.
Yeah. Wow.
So one day when I make money, I'll come talking to you. But
We're so proud of you, Dan.
Thanks. Well, I haven't passed yet.
Oh, well.
Joy, he wasn't doing anything. How was your week?
It was chaos. Our week always can be defined as chaos. Just keeping humans alive.
Yeah,
It's a lot. You have so many.
I have so many.
You know.
When they get to a certain age, they start kind of just like taking care of themselves, which is great. I think.
That sounds cool.
I haven't talked to the oldest in years, so I'm hoping he's still alive. Yeah, so they help a lot with the younger kids, but again, well, one of them does, the other one does not. I'm just kidding; they're great kids. But my point is, the more that you get, it begins to like. It's like a law of diminishing returns or whatever. You know about that, right?
Yeah. It's an investment.
Does it feel like your children are then raising your children?
Well, we're doing the heavy lifting. I promise you that. But it's also like if there's someone upstairs and you don't want to get like, hey, Pete, go get the baby, bring him down. It's nice.
That is nice. Kinsley would absolutely drop Hayden at this point.
Yeah, she can only carry him one way, and it's both arms under the armpits and just squeeze it. And both his shoulders usually dislocate when she carries him like that.
That's how my kids used to carry the cat around.
It looks just like that.
Yeah.
If you can picture that, his arms go straight just like a cat's do. And it's so painful to watch. I can't wait for her to get a little bit bigger.
How old is
Does
your?
she do that while roller skating?
Yes.
That's awesome.
She's
How old
actually
is?
tried.
How old is your son?
14 months.
Oh, you said the months thing.
Yeah. I mean, he's a year old.
Okay.
Over a year, under 2 years.
Can he
Yeah.
ball yet?
Can he fall yet?
Ball.
Ball
He
yet.
can't do anything.
Can he ball
My
yet?
kid can dribble 2 times.
Your kid's
Whoa,
like 5.
dang.
No. The 1-year-old.
Oh.
Mine can almost catch, but
Well-
that's not really.
Here's real quick. I don't know if this is going to be how much of this is edited.
Most of
Little
it's not.
to none.
Oh gosh, because I've been thinking in my head.
sure we
I'm
could
like,
edit,
oh,
but
this is all
with
going to be edited out.
The video and everything, it's tough. Yeah. So,
Oh, there's a video too. I forgot about that.
dude,
If
it's,
it records. Joy, quit playing footsie with me.
Sorry, Dan.
typically the whole thing gets
I
deleted.
can't believe both of you are in your socks in this den of iniquity.
Well, we were told to take your shoes off at the door.
Oh
And
my
I did
gosh.
not
I would
say that.
never step foot in this basement without my shoes on.
Yeah,
I
there's
just
Well-
stepped on that mat over there with your socks because it's amazing.
You went over there?
Dan's been.
Yeah. I was
No
checking out
one's
your
allowed
fishing
over there.
stuff.
No one's allowed over
That's
there.
the first thing he does is go look for any mats and steps on them in his bare feet. It's a
I
fortune.
just like the
Did you see
feeling.
that sick map over there?
No.
It's not up yet. It's
I
on.
thought that was just insulation.
It's on the weight. You can see how much I use the
Oh
weight
yeah,
bench.
I see it.
Yeah.
I think that square
Does
thing.
it unfold or is it just that little thing?
What do you mean? Does it unfold?
You said it's a sick
the
map.
bench.
The map.
The map. No, it's like that.
Okay.
It's like one of those 2D renderings. of
topography.
it's not a topographical map, but it is. It's like raised off the page.
Is that 2D or would that be
Shenandoah.
3D?
Isn't that 3D would be like a ball?
It's like
wouldn't it?
map braille.
It is.
Okay.
A blind person could learn a lot about Shenandoah
So it
National
has a
Park.
third dimension because it's going up.
I guess so.
Yeah. It's not a globe.
If it's got a
but-
z-axis, it's 3D.
Chalet.
My whole world, I believed.
Oh my gosh.
I heard you're an English teacher, and
Yes.
that is my worst subject,
Really?
probably.
I mean,
And history.
clearly, so far it sounds like it. Yeah, I am. I was actually pretty scared of that because of what you just said. Like, oh, you're an English teacher, or like, so now when I like text people, I actually go back and correct things, which I never used to do.
So you
That's
do, you
rough.
do that. You were just not afraid that you have to do that.
Yeah, and now iOS made it easier where you just click the word. You click the word,
Right.
and it gives you the really quick option.
Proper
Like
form of your.
if you misspell something, but if you want to keep it the same way, if you want to keep the misspelling, you can now click, hey, I don't want that, and you can click like get rid of the autocorrect really quickly, and I love that. So I don't know.
You didn't have to watch this podcast. You could have just Googled how to do what you just did.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
Yep.
What?
Just kidding.
I don't know. It's gonna be edited out.
Edit it out.
Yeah.
We'll have 5 minutes at the
I
end to
can be
keep
your
it.
editor.
Guys, I think you should edit.
It's really not hard to
It's
edit
not
the
that much.
videos.
Yeah, so did you guys do anything cool for the Super Bowl? I was going to bring that up too.
Did we
but-
ever? So we were there, and it was
In
great.
Vegas?
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
No.
No, we went to a friend's. It was a lot of fun. It was the perfect number of people for a Super Bowl party because if there's too many people, you can't hear the game, and there's too much talking, and it's like too many. It was the perfect amount in a horseshoe. And here's they did something that I really liked. They had a TV on the snack table in the kitchen, so that when you went to the kitchen to get something, you didn't have to miss any of the game. And that was a nice touch.
There's a family that used to host Super Bowl. It may still do, and it might be where you guys went. I don't know where you guys went, but they have like literally every room that you go to has a TV in that
bathrooms.
room. The bathroom even had it. Yeah, it was
Okay,
pretty cool.
well-
That is not where we went.
Okay.
They have more. They had one in the bathroom. Did your people?
We just said they had a bathroom.
Dang it. We just keep adding.
So
TVs.
this place had it on the roof in case anyone was climbing on the roof. So it was pretty
Your
wild.
friends are definitely richer than our friends were.
Yeah.
So tomorrow is Valentine's Day.
Mm.
Talk about that.
I have youth group.
Ooh,
Dan,
nice.
what are you gonna do for your wife on Valentine's Day?
I just said I have youth group, so we
Not a
can't do
pass.
anything.
Not a pass.
That's
We'll
at
probably go
night.
out on a date the next week.
okay.
The next week?
Next week. Dang.
Yeah.
He's like, I'm a financial planner. We can't. We didn't budget for it. That's okay.
You know, when the crowds diminish.
Yeah, dude. That's smart.
Mm.
Midweek.
That's a good spin.
Valentine's Day is kind of nice though because each bookend weekend is only going to have half the amount of people. I would think.
What are you guys going to do? Wills, what's your secret plan?
Oh, we agreed no money was to be spent, right?
Yeah, that's per me.
We're financially planning right now.
Smart.
Because we don't have many
Spend
finances
anything
to
and you'll
plan.
be great.
It's a short meeting.
Yes. So we are, no expenditures. I mean,
it was
I
a
have
hard. It was a hard no.
yeah,
Hard no.
hard no on
Hard stop.
expenditures. So I had to think outside the box and make her something.
I did not make you.
I'm just kidding. I didn't make you anything. I was gonna see like how you reacted, and if you said I did too, I was gonna be like, yeah, and I was just gonna roll with it and then make something tonight.
So I was gonna say like that's really cool that you guys are like just deciding to make something rather than most couples would be like, don't get me anything. I don't
We've kind of done it all. We've,
We've been poor. We've been rich.
in terms of Valentine's Day.
You guys are Paul. You know what it means to have little. You know what it means to have a lot.
Yeah.
it's great.
Yep. But yeah, this year not much going down.
No.
Last year I made a banner. Was that last year? It was in this house. It said "Be My Valentine."
Might be on that shelf somewhere.
I don't
And
really.
honestly, wait. I don't think I threw it out.
I don't remember what I did last week, so I don't remember. It's not there for me.
Steve, what are you doing?
Yeah, so a while ago, I can say this because by the time this podcast gets edited and sent out, she'll probably have opened the present, or she doesn't listen to the podcast
I was
anyway.
going to say,
so
does she listen
I thought
to
she
it?
listened to all of them.
I force her to when we're in long car drives, but Peter doesn't play basketball in West Virginia anymore, so we're no longer driving.
As of this week.
As of this week, this is the first week, yeah. He played basketball for Fresta, and they,
Go Nears.
yeah, go Nears.
West Virginia?
Yeah, it was Martinsburg, so it's
He's
not
really
crazy,
good.
but it was like,
No, that's pretty close.
it's annoying.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that much. And I'm of the camp of put him on the bus and we'll see him when he gets back. But my better half says we have to support our children. As I said, the oldest, I don't even know if he's still with us or not. But he did good. He was a sixth grader and he started on the varsity
Wow.
of the middle school team.
How many
Was very-
blocks per game we talking here?
2 or 3 maybe.
Oh yeah,
He's
That's
very
the good
tall.
stuff.
As a sixth grader, all the eighth graders and stuff were like blown away about how good he is and stuff. So
Whoa.
I'm hoping. I have hopes. That,
Good on you, Pete. Good
Yeah.
on you.
But yeah, so anyway, she a while ago got me this like really cool like leather backed like photo album kind of thing that's supposed to like chronologize all of our. Is that the right word?
Chronicle.
It's gonna, dude. That's such an easier word than
Such a good
What else
word.
you
I've
got
been
for me?
saying
What else?
chronologize my whole life. It's supposed to chronicle all our adventures that we go on.
He makes things so easy.
Yeah, it's great. And I just found it at the bottom of my closet like a month ago, and I was like,
And it's empty.
I completely forgot that you got me this. Yeah. So I went through and my phone just of all the years of our marriage and everything and found pictures of like all of our adventures that we went on and got them developed. And when I was shopping to get them developed, it was like 56 cents a picture. And I had like 176 pictures on it.
I'm doing Duolingo math right now because
Is that a thing?
It's a thing. I just found out. Everyone, listeners, you can do Duolingo math, and I am so bad at it. I'm sorry to interrupt, but it was 9. They were like starting you off, and they were like, "All right, let's find out where you are," and it was like 9 times 6, and I was like, 63. And I clicked enter, and I was so confident, and it was like 54. It made the sound. Burr, burr.
Dude, you said it so confidently. I was like, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, it sounds right. I don't know. All right.
What was
I
the
hope
number?
you would.
Whenever people say numbers, like you said 50, I don't even listen. I'm like,
That's because you're an
50
English teacher.
Yeah, numbers.
I'm so math brained that like I too am a teacher in that I am subbing for my kid's school because I don't have any business right now. And they put me in an English class, and I was like, this. I literally just made them read out of the books out loud to each other because I was like, I don't have it. I don't have that club in the
no,
bag,
that's
guys.
actually probably the best thing you could have done for them.
Yeah,
They don't read out loud enough.
that's true.
Anyways, I
press
want
about
to finish
it.
the rest of his.
So yeah, anyway, so I got it. I realized it was only like 8 cents a piece. I was looking at something completely different.
Oh.
So I got like 170 pictures developed, and it was like $18 or something, which
Whoa.
was way better than $90, which it would have been.
The 56 thing was for the 3D, the 2D pictures.
Yeah, so I'm going through and like I would like your guys' opinion on this. Is it better to like plan a date night where she and I make the scrapbook thing together, or is it better to present her with a made scrapbook?
Coming from a woman, give her the maid scrap.
Yeah.
Don't give her something she has to do.
You know, I want.
No,
It takes
listen to me here.
forever. Okay,
No.
well,
I was about to say, wow, Steven, that's really thoughtful. That's a good gift.
Would be better
Yeah.
if she made it for me and I just give her the pictures.
So
look, I developed these. Do
I
it.
had that sentiment while you were explaining it as I was thinking that you would be making it. So just keep with
Okay.
that trend for
So,
sure.
And this has been my goal. Usually I procrastinate till like tonight, and then I would run to the store and look for something and stuff. But I had this goal, and so this whole week I was home while they were at work. But she and the baby have been sick, and so she's been home, and I haven't had any time to work on it. So like today, I was like sequestering myself into our little closet and was
Great
like
word.
working on it in the closet, and then I'm hoping because I'm only like a quarter of the way done.
Did
Like,
that not seem suspicious at all to her?
Oh no, I was just my office is in our bedroom, and so I was just up working on appraisals and stuff, and
In the closet.
in the closet. It was
When
really
you-
good ambiance.
When you don't have any work.
Right, exactly. No, actually, I got some work today. No, not to brag or anything.
Hey,
Whoa,
okay.
whoa. Leave
Somebody's
some for the
selling?
rest of us.
Yeah. So it was pretty exciting. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. I don't know if I'm going to finish in time, and it might be like hey, I started this. Let's finish it together. But I don't know.
You should try to finish it.
Don't
Okay.
sleep.
I'm just really hoping that she goes to work tomorrow. So, Amanda, if you read this or hear this, if you read it as well,
She has the subtitles on as she watches the podcast.
I was going to say what's it called when you notate,
Annotate.
Transcribe.
Oh,
the
There he
transcription's
is.
better. There he is.
English 101, people.
Yeah. Do you guys know how Valentine's Day started?
I'm
yes.
sure you do.
So there's a Christian answer that we've been well versed in. You went to elementary school where my kids went to elementary
Yes.
school, correct? Okay.
Yes, go
so
Neers.
I want to hear where it started for you, the genesis of, and see if it's the same thing.
I was just going to make something up, so it's
Oh.
not worth. I
He
was in
doesn't
that
look like
moment.
he knows.
Yeah, I was going to make something up, but it was going to be long and drawn out. But I will say that I think it's an urban legend that I hear every year that I'm interested to find out if it's true or not. Everyone loves to say Valentine's Day isn't even real. It was made by Hallmark, and it was recently that it was made. And they're like, it was made in like the 80s, or like they always throw out like a number. And I've never actually seen an article on this. But I always just go like, oh yeah, and because the thing is, they always say like all they want is your money. Valentine's Day is for money. So Hallmark created this. So is that? I don't know.
So thanks
It's
for
also like a
asking.
Saint Valentine, right?
Yeah. Why don't you just lead the podcast, Dan?
Saint
What's
No,
on?
that's all I know.
That's what I was
That and
thinking.
Hallmark were my 2 points.
Okay, so the Christianese that they teach in my kids' Christian school, or that they were aware of this when I brought it up to them, but the Roman emperor was like persecuting Christians and outlawing marriage for Christians and stuff, and so Saint Valentine goes through Europe and is like marrying people under persecution and
Like
everything.
polygamy?
No. He is performing marriages for these Christians that want to get married.
What year are we in?
Got it.
So this is
1980.
84. Yeah.
When? No, seriously.
This is
when are-
before or in the first millennia. So
BC or AC?
AD, yeah, after Christ, Christians, and while the Romans are still in power. So within the 1000 AD or less.
Okay.
Okay.
I believe. I could be wrong with that, but that I believe. There was an NPR article that I saved, but it's on my phone, which is recording us right now because we're high caliber here. So anyway, and so eventually the Romans caught up to him, realized what he was doing, and killed him. And so they created this sick.
That's cool.
They created
Hence
this
the red.
day in honor.
What did
of
they
him.
do with his heart? Because
Arrow.
They gave it to his wife, which is just so touching.
here's my question. You said this was the Christianese
Wait,
thing.
I don't think he's done.
Yeah, that's only. So that's the version that I was aware of. Do you guys know where St. Patrick's Day comes from? While we're talking.
I mean St. Patrick with like the
Ireland.
snakes and all that.
Yeah. Okay. So you guys know some.
No, I just fooled you. I just knew that there was something to do with snakes.
Yeah.
And St. Patrick.
St.
and he
Patrick
drove
goes
all the
in and he
snakes
drives
away.
all the snakes out of Ireland, and he's a missionary into Ireland. And
Okay.
So for some reason they.
I haven't heard that either.
Was it like metaphorical snakes? Or
Oh, no.
real
Oh.
snakes?
No, it was
pythons.
Were there heavy snakes
Giant.
at that
The
time?
Everglades.
it was a big snake
Big
problem
snake place?
in Ireland.
Yes.
He went in and said,
So you know how we have like a feral cat problem? They had a feral snake problem,
I did not know
yeah,
we
it
had a
was
feral-
nuts.
snakes are way worse than
Did
cats.
he use 4-leaf clovers
He did.
and gold?
He had a throwing star, but it was in the shape of a 4-leaf clover.
No points whatsoever.
Anyway, so there's actually a backstory to that Christian story. The Christian story is legit, but the reason that you know how like Saturnalia was Christmas. Nope. Okay, I'm talking to myself here.
Saturday Night Live?
Saturnalia. So
That's what I was thinking.
Do you know how like the Catholic Church would go into all these like pagan holidays and Christianize them? Are we aware of this?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So
I cheated off of you all of our history classes.
That-
I had
Golly,
Professor
dude, this is
Chappell,
becoming like a-
or whatever his name was.
Yeah.
He just gave us
dude,
hundreds for
he was
everything.
the best.
Yeah.
I graduated with a
Hey,
110.
Mr. Chappell, Professor Chappell, if you're watching this, we're all really grateful for who
And
you
look
are.
how far we've come.
He
so-
fostered friendships. That's what he
Dude,
did.
he really did.
He fostered
I didn't
friendships.
take a final exam for that man because we would just make videos every year.
And he
It was the
loved
best.
I did, but he gave us the answers for him.
He did too.
It's not even a joke.
Okay, so anyway, there was a pagan holiday. I think it was Roman, but I could be wrong. And I had the name of it, but again, it's on the camera, so I don't have it. But basically, like these men would sacrifice goats and boars or goats and skunks, like a weird random animal.
Gosh.
And they
Or
would-
in a
if you were-
skunk, such a spectrum
and they
there.
would, and I'm going to give a content warning. If any children are listening, you might want to turn down the radio or whatever. But they would take the pelts and they would find someone of the opposite sex and whip them with the pelts. And that was supposed to.
It's a classic. Will.
What are we yapping about here?
Yeah, what holiday is this?
But wait. That's supposed to like produce fertility.
Gives me an idea for
Okay.
R&D.
And so
Dan's like, I know now.
I did just
what
shoot
to
that
do.
deer.
Where's that skunk? There's no way that people were sacrificing skunks. Of all the animals
skunks,
to
no,
sacrifice,
you're probably
yeah.
wrong.
Okay, okay.
Maybe a badger. I don't remember. It was
Sure.
just
I
an
can
off
see
the
how you
wall-
could get those two confused.
Yeah. I feel like that's an easy thing to get confused, and you
Yeah.
just said it in a way that it wasn't easy to get
No,
confused.
I get them confused all the time.
Okay,
I
good.
go to pet a badger and I'm like, shoot.
Well, that stinks.
Don't spray me. So anyway, back to the story. I read this story. I thought it was really interesting. I'm trying to share it with all of our Unsaudis, and you guys are just making me.
He keeps
Well,
saying
it's
unsullied.
mostly-
What is this unsullied thing he keeps saying? What is this, Game of Thrones?
The podcast is Unsought Opinions,
Oh, okay.
and they're the Unsawtees.
The unsawtees. I was like, what is this English word I've never heard before?
It's our
Okay.
fan crew that we hope to have one day.
Got it.
Stephen, we want to listen to you. We just don't really know what you're talking about.
All right, here we go. Here we
Okay,
go.
so there's this pagan holiday where they're whipping each other, and it's
Saturnalia.
and no, that's Christmas. That we stop it.
Okay.
What is the
Do you
holiday
have any
called?
I
slides
don't
we
remember
can
what
use?
it's called, but they. I lost my train of thought. So they're doing this, and it's a.
The pelts, the whipping. I mean, how could you lose your train of thought? That is the easiest train to hop back on. Whipping with animal pelts. That's the train.
And so everyone would pair up for this holiday.
Oh, sick.
And that was like, it was like a love festival.
Oh.
Okay.
Sounds like it.
wild.
So for any kids listening, they would give each other Valentine's Day cards in the shape of a pelt. And so the Christian church came in after that and said, we got to change this because
Yeah.
this is not good. And so they also had the history of Saint Valentine that was all about marrying people and stuff, and he was martyred on February 14th. So because
Whoa.
these two
Can we
things,
fact check that?
I
Can we-
wonder
That's
what
cool.
that board meeting looked like at the
there's
Christian
actually,
church.
it was like one pope that did. I don't remember his name. I would have it on my notes that I had printed out, but I forgot. And so he made this change, and it became Valentine's Day from there. And from then, even in the like Middle Ages and stuff, they would give each other cards for Valentine's Day.
Not
and
pelts.
It was handwritten and everything. Not
Wow.
pelts. They steered clear of pelts. And
That's a hard turn.
in the Industrial Revolution in the early 1900s is when Hallmark started becoming. They could like make factories that would make greeting cards and stuff.
Okay.
And so they capitalized on St. Valentine.
Okay.
So to answer your
Yeah.
question, not the 80s. It did become a corporate thing in the early 1900s
Yeah.
because of the Industrial Revolution and everything. But prior to that, people were still exchanging Valentines and celebrating February 14th as Valentine's Day.
Wow.
It makes sense that they'd keep the whole pelt whipping out.
Yeah, that would be cool though. I like holidays that have a specific thing about them that you do on that day that's specific. You know?
So,
Like pelt whipping or like
Yes.
giving cards?
Giving cards is kind of specific, I guess.
Well, you do that for most of them, though.
Yeah, that's true. Cards is not
maybe
specific to
Christmas and
Valentine's.
Valentine's Day.
Yeah.
You don't give cards on
Halloween.
St. Patrick's Day.
I feel like you do in preschool.
You
Nope.
give St.
Nope.
Pat-
Actually,
You
in
get
preschool we did a
carded.
leprechaun trap. I'm
Dude.
sure I've told you this before,
Dan,
but
you were
we,
homeschooled.
not in preschool.
Not in pre.
We all came in the next day. No one caught a leprechaun, and we were all so depressed. It was a setup.
There was a lot
they're
of things
sneaky.
about my elementary school that was not good. But they crushed Valentine or St. Patrick's Day in that like they would send us all to recess on the playground and everything. We came back. Our classroom was trashed.
Cool.
Like they threw book bags, chairs and tables were overturned and everything. They're like, the leprechauns got us.
Wow.
And so for a while I was like, guys, I think there's something to this holiday.
Yeah.
Like, we got to be careful.
How
here.
long did that last?
Like 6 minutes.
No, I meant until you were how old?
Oh, that was kindergarten.
Oh, just
I thought
one
I said
year.
that, yeah.
One singular year.
yeah.
It's like 12th grade.
It was, in fact, just one teacher I had. I don't think the other teachers did it.
Yeah, you made it sound like it was
She
kind
was
of an
fired
annual
quickly
thing.
after.
So I'm teaching Romeo and Juliet right now, and tomorrow on Valentine's Day, we're at the place. I didn't plan it this way. I should. A good teacher would have, but we're at the balcony scene where she says, "Romeo, Romeo, wherefore art thou, Romeo?" And I get to teach that tomorrow, and I have them like someone will stand on like a table, you know. But isn't that romantic?
Dude, that's so good.
Valentine's Day.
That reminds me of my favorite memory of Dan.
Oh.
Let's hear it.
I think you might have been there, but maybe you weren't. But
I remember something about this.
I was house sitting for my sister, and she had this board game called Quelf. If you've never heard of it, I really suggest go get Quelf and
I've heard of
play
this.
it. It's one of my favorite games ever. Anyway, it was Dan's turn, and he rolls the dice, and it says, quickly act out a... I don't know if I'm going to be able to get through because I'm laughing already.
Do we need a user warning?
Yeah, no. It said quickly act out a Shakespeare play. So Dan, without even blinking, like immediately jumps out of his seat and says, he says, Juliet, let down your hair.
Yes, that's awesome.
So close.
Yeah,
So
that's close.
I hated Shakespeare.
Yeah, most
Really?
people do. Most
So
people do.
to get through my laughter, I said, Juliet, let down your hair. He was conflating the two stories. So sorry for all those that couldn't hear that. I apologize.
Man, that is funny.
So one of my favorite dance stories. Maybe not the greatest. You guys...
Maybe more of
Maybe
one of
I
those-
oversold it.
You had to be there, maybe.
I guess so. It's
I
not
mean-
funny at all.
It was a little. I mean, it was funny. You just set it up so high,
Yeah, I did.
and I've seen Dan do some really dumb
That's
things.
true.
So it's just
Oh, one of my funny joy stories.
Oh no.
When we were at your house, remember? And then you're like, "Hey guys, check it out." She's sitting up on this brick wall in front of her door. That's
I still don't
it's
know
like,
why I did
It's like
this.
6 steps up or something like that, and then a wall, and there's bushes below. And she's like, "Guys, if I lean back, these bushes will catch me." I'm like, why do you know this in the first place? She's like, trust me. So she leans back. drops right in between the holes.
Oh.
It's like two different bushes, and she missed them both.
I had just read the verse about faith as small as a mustard seed, and I believed it, and I went. I just committed.
Like holly
Aim for
bushes.
the bushes.
Yeah.
Dang.
Didn't work out in
So
my
funny.
favor, though.
Oh no.
That was a good pool. Aim for the bushes. I appreciate that.
Those bushes are still there, and they're bigger now, so I think that it'd be easier.
I'll try it again.
We're gonna do that tonight. Actually, is what we brought everyone here for.
Go to Darson Bruce's.
No, we that's a classic thing to do as like a teenager where you just in your mind you're like everything will play out in my favor. I'm fine, and then you're just not.
Dan,
You're not.
didn't you use that same line of thinking when you tried to like front flip over a chair? What was the story there?
I was front handspringing over.
Oh,
a chair.
sorry. Front-
I did make it one of the times.
For context, he does not know how to front handspring really.
Yeah, no, I'm not good at it,
I can't do any of that.
but it was worth a shot.
At one point, I could, but it was about as graceful as a deer front handspringing. So it didn't. My feet would hit the ground, but it was
Not
bad.
good.
Yeah. So it's a little bit about me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for sharing the Valentine's story with us, Steve.
Can we
That
go back
was
to the St.
gripping.
Patty's Day thing with the snakes?
Yeah.
What else is there to say, dude? A lot of snakes. He got rid of them. Ireland praises him. We drink.
Ireland's got
All right.
shamrocks, bro.
But seriously,
I honestly don't know the
Yeah.
snake deal.
I actually wanted to know the story.
So it basically is it was just a miracle of the saint and St. Patrick. He was known for. He went in and in order to evangelize to the Irish, to prove that he was like basically legit, is God allowed him to drive out the snakes, and there was this big miracle of the snakes that were causing him issues and stuff. Were
do we know why there were so many snakes?
big snake people?
I made up the feral snake thing earlier. There wasn't a snake problem, to my knowledge.
There was.
Oh, there was?
Truly.
Like an actual overrun with snakes.
I think it was overrun. Yeah.
Oh, I was just...
They had a
but
whole
joking.
thing with the potatoes and then a whole thing with the snakes.
Okay,
and I
that's-
feel like
that's
thing
different.
happened
Famine.
1,000 years.
I'm
later.
just saying, it seems like a lot of problems.
Okay, so that could be said about any country.
It's true.
If their only problems were potatoes and snakes, I'll take that.
And the wee people. That's a big problem. So, Lucky Charms being missing and all that. People always after them.
I think Lucky Charms are overrated. There, I said it. I don't think that even the marshmallow pieces are good. And here we have people buying them willingly and crushing boxes of Lucky Charms.
It's me.
I mean, that I
The
would.
cereal pieces are gross.
Lucky Charms is my one seed. I'd say.
Whoa!
Yeah,
They're your what?
my one seed.
That's what you go for every time.
Yeah.
Well,
to be
I don't
clear, do you know
anymore,
what a
but-
one seed is?
No, I don't.
What? It's not even a sports
This is the
term, really.
second time this week that I've had to explain what one seed meant to someone.
This is what happens when you homeschool your children, everyone.
What is
a
a one
seeding is
seed?
just a ranking. Just think like that's my
Oh, okay.
seed, the number one
I know
seed.
that, but that was nowhere near what I was.
Golly.
What were you thinking?
Like a gem.
That's my one seed. I don't know. What gem?
How do you get there?
Lucky Charms is a one seed.
I'd put it
Truly.
in top 4
I don't know.
for
Cocoa
sure.
Puffs are pretty good.
Yeah.
Cocoa Puffs are
I
good.
can
Well,
keep that.
And the milk
are
afterwards.
you into
pretty
Cocoa
good.
Puffs or Cocoa Pebbles? Which
Puffs.
one?
Pebbles
Peb.
turn into that weird
Peb.
soup mixture right away.
See, I think we have very similar taste buds because I'm Pebbles because it.
Back off.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I'm attracted to Will. It seems like you're attracted to Will.
Yeah,
so
we're there. Like Cocoa. What is the other?
Puffs.
Puffs.
Cocoa Puffs? Yeah.
Too hard.
You're like.
Yeah,
It
hurt.
starts cracking your back molars.
Yeah, yeah.
Whoa,
what
They
are
get
you
sore.
talking
They get
about?
sore.
Cracking
Do you
them.
even use milk?
You have weak teeth, is what I'm hearing.
I like to
I
get them.
just-
I like to get
I
them
need
nice and wet
something-
and then suck them in between the roof of my mouth and my tongue.
I freeze them.
I need something as close to porridge as I can get.
Oh.
Just runny. Slurp it down.
I like that the Cocoa Pebbles do like a little snap, crackle, pop thing in your mouth. You know,
That's Cocoa Rice Krispies. Please get
All
on
right.
our level.
regardless.
I know that you're all wondering. So number one, CTC, of course. It's the clear favorite
What
of
is
everyone's.
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Thank you.
Number two, Cinnamon Life.
That is good.
You
I've
forgot
never
that
had
exists.
cinnamon life. I've never even like bought life in general.
Oh well, no one buys Life. To be very clear,
I'm
no
just-
one
any,
buys the
any
regular
brand
Life.
associated. But
Cinnamon
okay.
Life.
We're gonna ask him about his favorite candies right after this because they're the worst.
No, they're not. Okay. Anyways, number 3.
It would be weird if you thought your tasting candies was the worst, though. So obviously you're gonna say they're not the worst.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what is weird about my candy preferences.
All
but-
of it.
Okay, so number 3 on your seating.
All right, I'm at CTC and I'm at Cinnamon Life.
I didn't even know that was a cereal.
I really like O's. They're a big yellow box with a red, and then it's just OHS, O's. That specific brand. Someone out there. I think they're made by Post, I want to say.
I've seen it. I don't know what it is.
They're
though.
so
It's
good. They do
knockoff
chew your
Cheerios?
mouth up. No. They're so far superior to Cheerios. They have like I'm not going to describe them because it wouldn't do it justice. You need to taste and see that the O's are good. They are so good. Have you ever had these?
It's like I am so attracted to you until you start talking about like your food preferences, and then
Yeah.
it's so weird.
I feel like we're asking my grandma what her favorite cereal.
Wait till
Oh,
you hear
bran
this.
flakes.
Nuts bran, or what's it? Fruit
Raisin
nut?
bran.
grape nuts.
Grape nut.
I actually did used to like those.
Dude, what is grape nut?
It's gross.
It's like I don't even know. It's like weird. It is like bran or something like that.
Yeah, but like clustery.
yeah.
You know it's brand, not brand, right?
I said bran.
Okay.
bran.
I heard a D. I apologize.
And
Sorry,
also,
are
I-
you saying bran?
Bran.
Bran, like Stark. It is fascinating to me that the cereal thing is a heavily American thing.
Mhm.
So that, like, the fact that we have a full aisle in the grocery store where both sides of the aisle are cereal is really crazy.
It's amazing.
That is so much cereal. And here we are. We're like, oh, this one, this one, this one, this one.
So, if you guys are trying to eat healthy for breakfast, what do you
Which
eat?
we don't. Oh. What do we eat healthy for breakfast?
Yeah.
We
Honey bunches of
avocado,
oats.
Avocado toast. Yeah, she would spice it up and do like honey nut Cheerios.
Yeah, something with like, just
Eggs. We like eggs. Fried eggs.
yeah, slap an egg in there.
So that's the only thing that I found that I will consume for breakfast that is somewhat healthy, because I'm trying not to do like bread and everything, is like I do eggs and like sausage every
Yeah,
day.
yeah.
And I'm so over it, but I can't think of anything else that's like healthy that you
Man,
would eat for a breakfast.
The Brits do breakfast pretty cool. You get
Dude,
some,
yeah, that's true.
some beans and then some tomatoes up in there, and they do like sliced or like wedges of tomatoes.
Right.
Usually sausage, eggs, toast. You're not doing bread.
But the baked beans is like
They're not baked
I-
beans.
They're just
Are you-
beans.
Not how
Are you
we
sure?
envisioned them. They're the turquoise Heinz can. You can get it from like Wegmans for a lot of money.
I feel like it was baked beans.
I mean, they look like baked beans, but our baked beans are very sugary.
That's true.
They're very like maple sugary. We
Okay.
don't realize that, but like they are. Theirs are like it's more like a tomatoey type sauce.
It's also heavy protein if you think about it.
Yeah, it's great. It's a
Beans?
great
yeah.
breakfast.
Beans, right?
I
Just-
thought that I would
full of
hate it,
beans.
but I loved it. It was really good.
Yeah.
But their eggs are like poached eggs, which is like weird.
I like a poached egg.
Just give me a fried egg.
I've heard. I think they did a test with mice eating cardboard boxes and survived longer than when they ate cereal.
Wow.
You can check me on that
Wow.
because I need to be checked. But I've heard it from a few
I think
people.
or
most
maybe that
things
was a
should be
dream I
checked
had.
on
Oh
this
yeah,
Yeah,
definitely
yeah,
most
exactly.
things should be checked. What?
Someone
or maybe
told
I dreamed
me
of that. Yeah. That was interesting.
I mean, I don't think that's wrong. Probably the amount of junk that they put in food now is like, I mean, just take your body and just whip it with a pelt at that point because it's just so
Celebrate.
disgusting. Like you've given yourself over to the devil.
There was something with like, because I always bought like the tub of butter because it's just really easy to spread and stuff.
Yeah.
But then like, there's I shouldn't even begin talking, but there was like a study that like mice got in and ate all the food in the fridge or something and left that or something just because it's like just straight up oil.
Canola oil. We were talking about this with our relatives recently. Canola oil apparently is really bad for you. The music.
Yeah. Okay. I thought it was
They
a
just,
baby
they just
crying.
heard our daughter's music.
How do you hear that?
Dude,
I
got
heard it through my headphones.
I heard it too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Does she turn it up there?
Yeah.
She
So
thought
she
she was
only
asleep.
sleeps to AC/DC, which is weird.
Down.
Which album?
The black one.
Back in Black.
What does that
Yeah.
mean? Oh.
Is
I don't
that
know.
it?
Is that a whole album or is that just a
I
song?
think so.
I would have said the Black Album was an album, but I don't know.
I don't
That's
know much
Metallica.
AC/DC. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Yeah. So
Anyway.
favorite
Are we all
candies?
listening for it?
Oh, what song is she listening to?
Favorite
So
candy?
Dan, wait. What is your one seed of cereal?
Like my favorite gem? Maybe Probably Frosted Flakes.
Oh, that's high. That's
Frosted
high for me
Flakes
too.
is good. I don't know
Yeah.
that we got
So
to
good.
5 on you. We stopped at 3.
Oh, I don't know.
We stopped at
Okay.
We
O.
wanted to go
Flakes.
down to like 15.
Frosted Flakes 4 for sure.
Okay.
And then 5.
How do we feel about cinnamon toast or not cinnamon toast? We already
Yeah.
established that. Raisin Bran Crunch. You
Yeah,
think
I
Raisin
do
Bran-
love
is up
Raisin
there,
Bran
too.
Crunch.
I don't know what
Don't
crunch
give me
is.
Raisin
Crunch.
Bran.
Yeah.
Just
No,
crunch.
Give me Raisin Bran.
Yeah.
Wait, what is Raisin Bran Crunch?
It's got
Oh my
granola
gosh.
in it,
It'll change
and it's
your
like
life.
Oh, I like
honey.
granola too.
it's good.
Honestly, a bowl of granola is just very good with milk in it. You guys are
Yeah.
like my great uncle used to do this.
I've
And
never done that.
He had like a little container just full of granola, and you just pour it in a thing, and it had raisins in it, and then he would just pour milk in that and eat it, and
I
it's
used to
so
eat that
good
all the time.
Yeah,
Wow.
I'm glad to know that.
Do you guys know what rice yuck is?
No, it sounds awful.
It's I won't eat it, but my wife makes it for our kids, where it's just like rice, and you pour milk on top of the rice, and then like a
so
spoonful of
hold
sugar.
on. She just calls it rice yuck.
Maybe
Yeah, I thought that it was like
I know
a
th- I think
scientific
like rice
term.
pudding.
other
almost.
people call it rice yuck as well. I think, but I don't know.
So milk on top of rice.
and then you put like a spoonful of sugar in it, and you mix it all up, and you're supposed to eat it.
You don't cook the rice?
Well, no.
Can you put the mic to your
I was like,
to your mouth?
what are you doing? Do you cook the rice?
Can you put the mic up to your mouth?
Do you cook the rice?
There we go.
No, just
We have to listen to it through your
just
throat.
hard rice. Yeah, you cook the rice first. It's like leftover rice. I don't know. I've never tried
Leftover
it.
rice.
That is unreal. I've never heard of a human being doing that.
Yeah.
That sounds
We
terrible.
need to get her on this
Doesn't it
podcast.
sound terrible? But
Yes.
the kids like it. She likes it.
What kind of milk we talking? Like just 2%?
Whole milk.
Whole.
Yeah.
Wow.
What's the weirdest thing that each of your families did growing up food wise? That like now as an adult you're like, oh, that was weird. Like yuck rice.
See, I think
We
this
don't-
is why I'm a particular person. We didn't do anything weird. There was no, you didn't mess with food. It was just like simple 90s mom meals like we talk about. Like we all ate the same 7 meals growing up, you know?
I
There was
think for
nothing
me-
weird going
I think
on.
for me, since I get like questionable looks, but it might be a New York thing, but pouring vinegar on ham is so good. Like
That's-
you hold it, just like
Listen,
dousing it.
I'll
is
put
so
vinegar
good.
on anything.
Me too.
I
It's so
literally
good.
that turns my face. I hate vinegar.
I thought that was going a different direction.
right. Turns my stomach. I don't know.
It turns me.
Give it a try.
Vinegar on ham
Give me
sounds
a
great.
pelt.
I'm going to try that. Same thing with like vinegar and collard greens. And ham, there's ham and collard greens, but collard greens will have vinegar in it a lot. And I love that. I love the vinegary.
Smells so good.
Dude, it smells like feet.
What?
Why do your feet
Oh.
smell like vinegar?
Yeah, that's the better question.
I mean, if they do, take off your socks.
Dude, yeah, well. You okay?
So
never
that's
mind.
good. That's a good one.
I don't
Y'all
don't-
probably did some crazy stuff in that
In the
play-
trailer
I
park?
didn't want to say it. Yeah, in the trailer park. What was a good trailer park meal?
What was your
Dude,
favorite
we
bug?
did. What's my favorite bug? That was rude.
When the stink bugs came in, they were like, "Oh, let's try. Let's try."
They're like
Fall
place-
favorites.
What kind of bugs? That is wild behavior. I don't support that kind of
Oh
behavior.
my gosh.
Yeah, me
we usually didn't eat bugs in
Usually.
purposely.
Okay, but
One time we had a possum inside the house. Another time we had a cat crawl through our wall.
I thought you were going to say you ate it. Come on, man.
We didn't eat it,
We
no.
want to know trailer park meals or
Dude,
like.
we had a luxurious trailer park.
Oh, okay.
So it was a lot of hamburger helper.
Yeah.
And like just
Which is a classic.
dude,
Wow.
I hate hamburger helper.
among.
Riff raff.
Yeah.
We used to have
Yeah, so-
hamburgers.
Hamburgers?
Yeah.
No help needed.
You guys must have been from Centerville.
So you can't
No
think of
help.
any weird
That's
ones.
funny.
Joy clearly has a weird one because
I don't. I actually.
the
you know.
rice yuck there. I can't get past that in my head.
No. It
That
freaks
one
me out.
just annoys me. We would eat Spam sometimes because my dad, like ate it growing up because they were. Yeah, I
I've
guess
never
more-
had that.
But Spam's great.
I remember loving like peeling the red barrier of the bologna off and like eating that.
I mean, we ate
barrier?
cold hot dogs so
Oh my
much.
Oh, that's
gosh.
Cold,
disgusting.
right out the fridge.
Oh, we
Done.
we give our kids that all the time.
Yeah.
It's so easy
Why
for like
can't
a
you just put it in the microwave
3-year-old.
at least?
Yeah,
Because they don't want it. He doesn't.
I would never let my son touch a cold anything like that. It goes in the microwave. That is crazy. You give him a cold hot dog.
Dude, I just today, you cut it up in little slivers, and the 1-year-old, he loves it. He just runs around slapping people. with
Oh gosh, that's disgusting.
Then happy Valentine's Day.
it. It's not a pelt, but it's close enough.
Just without the fur.
Oh.
God. Do you know how hot dogs made?
I will say that was
Well-
probably the best lesson I ever had in high school. One that's like I remember from high school. I don't remember anything I was taught in high school. But one day we walked in and it was a class that was taught by two teachers, an English teacher and a history teacher. And it was taught like whatever we were going over in history, we were reading literature from that time period or about that time period. And we walked in and they had a whole hot dog buffet set up. Condiments at any topping you can imagine. And then this whole vat of hot dogs in this crock pot. And it was like, hey, for class today, like all you got to do is just eat here, take all the hot dogs you want, put whatever you want. It's on us. It's free, you know. And it was like, what? And they're like, yeah, you just have a reading. You have a simple reading to do while you do it and just answer the questions on the back of the worksheet.
And you just have to leave your social security number right here.
Yeah,
and
that's what it felt
you're
like.
good
Like,
to
what's
go.
the catch? Like, this is amazing. So I get there and I like get my stuff. I sit down. I have like 3 hot dogs and I sit down and I like start reading, and it's The Jungle that they gave us. Which The Jungle is the story about like the FDA, how the FDA came to be, right? Oh, the FDA, is that right? But it's like the story of like how hot dogs are made, essentially, and they were making us read that while we ate these hot dogs, and it stuck with me. I don't remember a single thing about the book.
He still eats hot dogs.
Did it make you not want to eat the hot dog?
Oh, heck no. So I love hot dogs, and
They're
like
so
watching
good.
Super Size Me made me want McDonald's. I saw that and I was like, I have to go now.
Backfired.
Yeah, I love hot dogs. They're great.
Corn dogs. Corn dogs take a special place in my heart.
They're a little too sweet for me.
Joy, I think our financial situations growing up have given us very similar. Because like we're Captain Crunch. Are you Captain? You like Captain Crunch?
Love it.
Okay. A lot of the things that you're saying, I'm like right on par with you.
Was
like,
Captain Crunch cheaper or something?
I feel like
I don't
it was
know.
the same.
I don't
think
know.
you get more bang for your buck.
I don't know
it's
what it is,
denser.
but-
it's denser.
The cereals that are terrible for you are the ones that we ate.
Yeah.
And I don't know why
Yeah.
that is.
I didn't
But,
know
like,
until recently
if
that
someone ate Life, I was like, all right, Richie Rich.
Really?
I don't know
Oh,
why.
yeah.
Just
It's
because it
like-
has less sugar?
just because your parents care about your well-being more, maybe. I don't know.
Well, the box is so much smaller and you get so much less in it for more money. So, like, of course, our parents are going to be like,
But
Medios.
when you open up those Captain Crunch boxes, wasn't half the bag just air anyways?
Yeah.
It's all just marketing space on the shelves.
I bet they don't even know what a
Dude, you don't even know what
A what? Medio,
Medio.
Madio?
the off-brand. I was gonna say like
Rich people.
I'm surprised that you even said Captain Crunch and not like Captain Bunch or
It's
something.
actually, I think it was Captain Colossal was the big.
Yes, that was unbelievable.
Wow, what a
I have
pull!
not seen that one.
haven't
Captain
either.
Colossal. I would not
Yeah.
have. I would not have made that.
Honey Bunches of Oats. That's up there for me.
That's a good one.
Although
I do
it gets
like honey.
soggy really fast.
Yeah, we have a couple boxes of Honey Bunches of Oats that are just like rotting in our pantry because
Oh.
our kids like were into it, and then it started
Getting soggy.
getting soggy, and
Which
they just bailed.
never forget that in Christmas Vacation. Okay, National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Have you seen it?
I've seen it, but not.
It's a
in
classic in
25
my
years.
household.
I've
Yeah.
seen it.
Not
I don't
in this
remember a lot. I've
household.
only seen it once.
Chevy Chase's character, he's the main character, the protagonist, if you will.
Sure.
His job is he works for a cereal company, and his job is coming up with like technology or like sugar coatings around cereal so they won't go soggy and stuff. Like that's his whole, and so like that comes up at times and stuff, and he's like talking to his boss and he's like, I've developed this like thing. I don't know. I just think it's a funny. It would be better if you guys liked that movie.
I feel like Corn Pops lasts a while before it gets all soggy.
Oh, I don't like corn pops.
What about
Miss me with
Golden Puffs?
I don't
Wait,
know what
what?
that is.
I don't know what that is. That must
Is that
be
another
Golden
off-brand one?
Grams?
It's like a golden. It's a golden box with like a man, not a man, a brown otter character with a blue shirt.
That's on
Golden-
brand.
No, that's
Golden crisp.
yeah.
Hold on.
Golden Crisp.
Is it-
Otter O's?
Oh, Golden Crisp was a thing for sure.
Yeah.
Golden Grams is what I'm thinking of.
Yeah, Golden Grams, the crazy
Those were
monster
good.
guy.
Yeah.
Here it is.
Did you guys ever do like smacks with the frog?
Yep.
I
Oh,
never,
yeah.
never.
I
Well,
had
I
it, like,
did it.
once.
But
Golden crisp.
Oh,
it
I've
is
never
crisp.
seen that.
yeah,
Golden
no,
Show it to the
Crisp.
camera.
it's a post product. It's name brand.
Every
Yeah.
year in our household for our birthday, whoever's birthday was, they got to choose the cereal at the grocery store, and it felt like you were a king. But it was a great idea because it's like what, $4, you know, and you feel well. Back then, it was probably cheaper.
Yeah, we would be allowed to pick the cereal, which is probably why we always had Captain Crunch and Lucky Charms and stuff. But it was like you can't go over $2, and so we'd always we'd never get the big size. We'd just find the smallest box of the best cereal rather than like being economically.
Cookie Crisp.
Yeah. Cookie Crisp was where it was at.
Yeah.
Just
But again-
literal cookies for breakfast. Brilliant.
They knew what they were doing.
What was that? Was it like Kicks or something?
There's Kicks.
Tricks.
Of course you would know.
There's
like,
Kicks and Tricks.
Oh, Tricks was so good.
Yeah. Yeah, Tricks was
That was like a little tiny flaky one.
Tricks?
Like
Fruit
what-
Loops are
yeah,
up there
No,
for me.
that's Fruity Pebbles you're thinking of.
Oh yeah, I am. Well, they taste the same though.
Yeah. Well, they do. It's the same stuff.
It's great.
Mice won't eat it.
Sugar.
While we're talking about food, can I ask them both the cheese question?
Oh, sure.
Okay.
Hold on. I'm going to place my bets really quickly.
Okay, and, well, tell me maybe, or like don't give it away. We can't mess with the process, the scientific process.
Okay. I think you know what I'm going to say.
I don't.
Oh, okay. You explain it.
No, I was
I'll-
just checking. I had all these
you explain
messages.
it and I'll write who's what.
Popular guy.
What are you doing?
You
I like
explain it,
cheese.
and I'm going to
Oh.
write who's what.
Explain what? Like I just have to ask them.
Yeah.
I
You
feel
already
like
wrote it?
this
You
is
already
going to
wrote
be like
Well, I'm working on
judgmental.
Okay, so Joy, I want her to make sure that she has hers down before she we ask you guys. It's a thing like, do you do this? Is it a thing that you do? Okay. Joy, it is not uncommon for us to be watching a TV show. Okay, we've just finished making out, and no, I'm just kidding. And Joy is like, I'm hungry. So, I'm just kidding.
Wasn't enough cheese in your mouth.
Yeah.
All right. That
She
Sorry.
will.
We can take that one out.
She will. She'll get up from the couch. She'll walk over to that fridge. She'll open the fridge up and grab a slice of cheese from, like, we get Lidl brand, like cheddar cheese, a slice of cheddar cheese. And she will just close the fridge door and eat that slice of cheese. Is that a thing, not that you have done in your life, is that a thing that you do in your life?
Hold on. I'm going to create context as well. I typically fold it over in half to make it a little bit thicker, like more like, a true slice of like block cheese.
Yep.
And then also, it's normally when like there's not a ton else to eat in there and like it's just, there's
Doesn't matter.
I'll obviously eat a cheese stick before that.
Yeah. I just would never. Okay, so.
I've done that tons of times.
Okay.
And sometimes even wrap around like a little salami or something.
Oh, yeah,
It
little-
if
doesn't
it's
count.
available.
I'm talking only
it's
cheese because
available.
I would
Only
do that
cheese,
too.
tons of times.
I would do the
Tons of times.
salami. I would do a cracker. I would do anything. I would never in my life grab a slice of cheddar cheese and just eat it.
Why?
I don't know.
Hold
Isn't that
on.
funny?
We need to
So
know
good.
Stevens.
No, I would not do that.
Wow, that's surprising.
Wow.
So
she
I
had
got
you
one
both-
wrong.
We
I-
call these people cheesers. The people that would eat only a slice of cheese from the
Not me.
fridge.
No.
Let's go.
And so
I-
she had you both as cheesers.
I have felt like trailer trash when I just take a slice of cheese and rip it into small things and put it on club crackers.
Yeah,
and eat
yeah.
it. But I'm like, this
But
is
you
the
wouldn't go
level of
solo.
luxury.
Isn't that what a club cracker's for?
Well, yeah, but it's like
Instead of cutting cheese.
cutting
maybe.
cheese or
Slice it.
whatever.
Yeah, I'll
just
stop
use
you
it
right
slice.
there. You don't need to beat yourself up over that. That's
I think it
fine.
might be one of the most delicious things in the world.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Club crackers are.
Oh, we are not club cracker rich. They're way richer than we are. Club crackers?
We get
Dude, do you hear
saltines
this?
off brand.
Okay, Walmart has
Saltines are like
off-brand
for
club
soup.
crackers
Okay.
that are
Right.
like butter flavored or
Yeah.
whatever. Unbelievable.
Okay. Club.
We don't go to Walmart.
Club. Yeah, we're
We
not
can't
even
afford
Walmart
it.
rich. Yeah, we can't. Walmart is too expensive for us. We shop at the thrift store, so we get our groceries there too. People will just
Dang.
drop stuff off for
Oh,
poor people.
That's a good question. Have you guys heard of these buy nothing groups that we're seeing
Yeah.
everywhere?
Oh my
right?
gosh.
Like, so I'm a part of one. I love it. It's fun. Sometimes you get like a weird sweatshirt, whatever.
Can we just preface this with this is a great story
Yeah.
that says a lot about her childhood and is
And
just
honestly probably a lot like your childhood.
people
What is
are
it?
fascinated by this
Okay,
story.
so it's Buy Nothing on Facebook. So it's a group that you can like be a part of, and people post stuff. Like if I was getting rid of this, instead of selling it, I would put it on the Buy Nothing group and be like, "Hey, gonna pick the first person. Like gonna let it stew for a couple days and see who tell me why you deserve this mic stand." And everybody would be like, "I would love to receive this mic stand because I've started a pot." They like, and then you pick, and it doesn't have to be like that, but that's how most of them are. So my mom, Darcy, if you're watching this,
Friend of the pod.
which I'm sure you probably are,
Soon to be.
She's a unsadi.
she loves it. She's addicted to it. I mean, this woman is getting stuff she does not need. So a couple weeks ago, I am scrolling on Facebook and I see this lady post and she says, "Hey, I made too much soup. If anyone would like some, please come pick it up. Like, let me know." And I was like, that is so weird.
Is
like,
it localized to your town?
Yeah, it's like Culpeper.
Okay.
You can like pick which Buy Nothing groups you want to be a part of.
It's just like in Arizona.
No.
I'll be there in a week.
And so I was like, that is so, who would do that? People would like willingly, it's not like it's an enclosed package. It's like something made in someone's home and you don't know that person. So like it could have anything in it.
Dan, we loved the soup that you guys gave us. That
Yeah,
one time.
that was
that
really
was very
kind.
good. and
That's not
thoughtful.
I
what
don't
we
remember what
made.
it was, but
No.
if you
You
gave that
didn't
away,
make it.
It was good. It was very, very thoughtful. It was like frozen in little cubes and stuff. All right.
It was. So of course I'm thinking that.
Glad you guys like my soups.
Did you make a soup?
No, I don't think so. I've never
you
made
said
soup.
that. So lo and behold, I'm scrolling through the comments to see what kind of actual weirdos are getting soup from the stranger, and there is my mother, Darcy Canton. Sorry, Mom.
Friend of the pod.
And she is like, I have COVID right now. My husband and I would love this soup. I'll send somebody to get it. And I was like, oh God. Minutes later, I received a text from her that was like, "Hey, can you do me a favor since we can't leave the house?" And I was like, "Oh my gosh!" So she sends
At
me.
this point, you already know what the favor is.
Yes.
And Joy is coming back from Fredericksburg. She's
Yeah.
already driven, or no, beyond Fredericksburg.
Yeah.
That was the day you went all the way out to, really funny name.
It doesn't
but-
matter. It was like an hour and a half, 2
Yep.
hours away. And my mom was like, sick. So I was like, all right, I said, I can just go to Panera and get you some soup, Mom. She's like, no, I really need some homemade soup. And I was like, okay. So I show up to this woman's house and my mom messages her and says like, hey, my daughter's going to be there in 5 minutes. And the lady was like, great, I put the soup outside, but I didn't have a container that had a lid. So it just has aluminum foil on it. So tell her to drive slowly. My mom lets me know this as I pull up. And I was like, all right. So I get out and I get this. It's like a shallow bowl of soup. It's like this big. And it's shallow, which is really important to note. And it just has aluminum foil over the top. And I was like, God bless it. Anything
Is
for
it disposable?
Yeah, it's a plastic like Dollar Tree bowl.
Okay, so not disposable.
But shallow is a key.
I mean, it
Shallow
is.
is a key
Yeah,
word.
very
Yeah, yeah.
shallow. So I was like, okay, I'll put it in the floor mat of my car because it's a rubber mat. So if any dribbles out, it'll
It's like
be
a
fine.
WeatherTech.
Yeah.
Dang.
I start driving. I forget I drive a manual. And so, and we're in a neighborhood. This place is in a neighborhood. So every single time I stop, I can hear it splatter onto the floor every time. And I get to my mom's house, and there is basically nothing left in this bowl. And it is sausage tortellini soup. And I give it to my mom. I was like, I need things to clean this out with. And she was like, oh, well, I'm sorry that happened. And I was like, yeah, it's really bad. So then I think I wipe it all out. I get it all off the WeatherTech mat. I leave it. I go home. I forget about it. I leave the next day to go out of the country for 5 days. And I leave my car at the airport. I got back in my car 5 days later, and it smelled like someone actually died inside of my car. It was the worst smell I've ever smelled in my life. To this day, it still smells every time you get in the car. I can't get it out.
That's
I've
so
tried
gross.
shampooing it. I've tried. So anyways,
Oh my gosh.
It is still there. Like, yeah, I had to get something out of her car the other day. This is weeks ago, and it just smells so bad. And the best part, the cherry on top of the story is Christmas Day. Yeah.
I don't
so-
know what you're going to say, so you can tell it. The listeners are probably tired of my voice.
No, just that,
We want that radio voice.
Yeah.
Darcy, again, we love you. Joy brings it up, and she said that getting her car detailed would be a good idea for Christmas. And Joy brings it up, and she's like, "That's all I need, just my car detailed." And they didn't do that, and that's fine. But then Joy said she brought it up on Christmas Day, something to the effect of like, "Oh, a car like reeks. It still smells so bad." And her mom was like, "Well, I still think that soup saved us. It was the best soup I've ever had."
No, sorry. No, nothing. And then she was like, I could probably figure out a way to get to get that part of the car detailed. I was like, you can just do a whole car detail. Okay.
Money's tight.
Rough, man. Anyway,
So what kind of things have you gotten on
I
that
got a really
website?
nice Nike sweatshirt, basically brand new. Kinsley gets toys sometimes. It's great for toys because it's like, once you're done with your toys, it's annoying to have to sell them. So it's nice, like, just to pass them on to another kid. That's about it.
So, you said the thing about your car, and getting back to it, we have a truck that is mainly just for hauling trash to the dump and everything, and so it had been raining. So the truck's broken down. The starter was gone on it or something, and so it had just been sitting for probably 6 months. And
Sheesh.
yeah, so it had been raining and I look out at the truck, and there's like fog and stuff on the windows.
Never good.
Never. I'm starting to get paranoid of like, is someone in the truck? Like, is someone like sleeping in the truck or whatever? That's uncomfortable. And a couple days later,
Wait, what?
Weird word.
Like
to
a homeless
describe
person
that.
Come upon.
we may know some people that like to sleep in cars.
Oh, that's fair.
So
Say
anyway,
no more.
So I go out to the truck the next morning and open the door, and there's the floor mat, the WeatherTech that you were saying. I don't have WeatherTech; it's just carpet. Is just covered in mold. And what had happened was the sunroof drains were clogged and everything, so it's just pouring water in there. And so I opened it up, and it was just the worst smell, and there was just mold everywhere. And I was like,
You just got to burn that
"What
truck.
do you even do? Like, what do you
burn
even do
it.
at that point?"
Such
So-
a nice truck, though.
I know. Yeah. So
Aside
I,
from that
Is
moldy
it the
part.
one with the big wheels?
yeah, the
Oh.
stupid one.
I felt
Yeah.
so dumb driving that thing.
I feel so dumb every time I'm in it. But anyway, so that's all been remedied, and it is now legal again. So I'm pretty pumped about that.
Wow, good for you.
No big deal.
Good
No
for,
big deal.
Good for
pretty
you in
neat.
that truck.
So what's your power ranking for candy?
I don't know where she's going with this, but nerd gummy clusters are
Okay, well,
So
okay,
good,
okay.
dude.
Hold on.
They're solidly
That's
number
the
one.
only good one.
Solidly number one.
far and away above. Now, but here's the thing I always say is that, and I just talked about this where I just
Are
came
these?
from.
Is this the same nerd gummy cluster that there was a commercial about in the Super Bowl?
Yes,
It was, like,
they
really
finally
good?
made the big time. People
Okay.
are realizing now how good they are.
Okay.
Because it's a nerd rope, and someone was like, "Wait, this is really good, but highly inconvenient to eat." You know,
Sure.
And so it's like, why don't we just cut it up into little things? And so it's just delicious. I love it so much. Nerd gummy clusters. I could eat an entire bag of this. It's probably the only candy that I could just like binge eat. But I have to divide my favorite candies into two groups, and that is like chocolate candies and then the fruit type candies. So
Absolutely.
nerd gummy clusters, but nerd gummy clusters are the number one overall seed.
Thanks.
Favorite chocolate candy? I don't know where you're going with this. I like Charleston Chew a lot. I like
Never had
Cowtails.
Never had that.
I like Mr.
Mars
Good
bar.
Mr. Oh, I love
love
Mars
Mr.
bars.
Good
Wait,
I don't
hold on.
even-
You don't even know what that is because Mars bars are like
It's in
nice.
England, yeah.
Yeah. Those
Oh,
are
wait,
like Milky Ways,
I don't
but
know
better.
because I'm poor. Is that what that was?
Well, you were saying it as if like Mars, like that's like someone saying like a plain Hershey bar. You've been making it sound like it was like that. Everyone knows Mars bars are good.
Literally no one
I don't
knows
even know
that.
that they sell Mars bars on this side of the Atlantic.
I think you have
Yeah,
to go to
they
a
do.
place like Wegmans, or you have to go to like a place that has a.
So I've
Rich
never
place.
even tried them. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
anyway.
You ever shop in Wegmans? No. Yeah. You wouldn't.
Is Mars who makes the
Plebeian.
M&Ms?
What was that?
Is Mars who makes M&Ms?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's what's
So they
interesting
probably
is that
M&M is-
have the bars here.
Mars makes all these things that we eat here, but we don't have the Mars bars. Which
Did you
is-
ever read in school Maniac McGee?
No.
No, this is one of those stories that they make you read. But
Who's they?
the man.
Yeah, what?
If you went to public school, trust me. No, you actually did go to
Yeah,
public,
yeah.
but this was in elementary school.
Oh, no. I would never.
Yeah, right. But Mars bars was a really big part of that plot, and I was like,
Maniac
I didn't
McGee.
even know what Mars bars was while reading the book, and then I found out, oh, they're the ones that make M&M and Skittles and all that.
Do you know the story of Reese's?
Reese's.
Someone said Reese's Pieces tonight.
I say that all the time.
And I was like, ooh.
I think it's a Culpepper thing.
I've always said Reese's Pieces,
I've
and then
always
you
said
like
Reese's
you
too,
realize
growing
it. It's like
Isn't
Not
that-
Reese's Pieces, though.
Wait, what?
I said I always called it Reese's too growing up.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Well, Reese's is fine, but they're Reese's Pieces, like
the story of Reese's is that a man with the last name Reese's worked for Hershey, the company.
his last name was Reese.
I think it was Reese. Yeah.
Yeah, whatever.
Reese's.
Reese's Pieces.
Let's go over to Reese's tonight.
Anyways, he worked for Hershey, and he had this idea to do Hershey chocolate around peanut butter, and he like presented it, and they were like, eh. And he went off on his own and like sold everything and dove headfirst into this concept and started.
I'm sorry, you're
Reese's.
gonna tell me that
Wow.
Reese's started
And then he sold
the
it to
PCs?
Hershey's. No.
No.
right.
Just
so you
the
said he had the idea of an M&M with chocolate.
I did not say that. I said Hershey's chocolate. Hershey's chocolate around peanut butter.
See, I was not listening to your
Yeah,
story. I
that
apologize.
hurts.
Sorry.
It's okay. I have a woman's voice.
Yeah.
It
was time
but yeah,
for that.
and then Hershey bought it back from him later on. Like bought
So-
it from him.
Does Hershey have an answer to M&Ms?
I'm sorry.
Is there so Mars makes M&M, Hershey's doesn't.
We don't know if Mars does or not, do we?
They
I
do.
think- okay.
That's
okay.
what the M&M stands for, is Mars and
Hershey's.
something.
Well, you know,
Mars.
Smarties in the UK, what they call Smarties are like M&Ms. They're these little. They're imagine an M&M. So maybe that's Mars. I don't know. But
I know for a fact
M&M is definitely Mars.
M&M, the M stands for Mars. That's where it's Mars and something.
Miller.
Sure.
Yeah.
Big beer drinkers.
Yeah. Mars and Miller.
um,
M&Ms suck.
Dude, they're
M&Ms.
so good. Well,
no,
the peanut ones.
Yes, thank you. Peanut M&Ms are great. Regular M&Ms miss me with
Pretzel
that.
ones are
and
actually
miss me
pretty
with
good
Hershey
too, but I
Kisses.
never buy them.
Yeah,
let me
pretzels.
tell you, I love peanut M&Ms. That's my favorite of the M&M variety.
Okay.
Family.
But
Genus.
every now and then going back to like just regular M&Ms it's incredible. It's like
It's
you're
refreshing.
used to these big old
What?
I guess,
I don't know. It's just
big
like
old marbles in your mouth.
okay, sure. I guess.
You go in and the M&Ms are just like they're so small and
Yeah.
it's like M&M minis that
Well, I had little Skittles recently. Have you seen these? They
I've
sell
seen
them in
them.
a
I
tube
haven't
now.
eaten
I
it.
bought them.
It's
I spent
M&M
money on
minis,
those.
but like
they're
how are
not
they?
good. They're
No?
not good. Yeah, it's like what's the point?
Do you guys like Tic Tacs?
No.
As
What?
a candy?
Yeah, just to like eat the whole jar.
Wait, are you saying
No.
the
Jar.
mint
Well,
ones
like
or like
the
the
little
strawberry ones? Or the sour ones?
Any of them. The
The
orange
fruity-
ones are really good. The white ones are really good.
You said you eat the whole thing? Like in
Oh
what,
yeah, I
like
can't
a
stop
sitting?
if I start eating them.
Whoa, that's cool. You're like
They're
an
so
anomaly. I don't think many people do that.
I've
We
done
got them
it.
in our stockings every
You
Christmas.
say the orange
I
one,
just
and
said-
that threw me back. You're hitting 5 at a time.
Oh, at least.
Yeah,
No, probably less than 5 at a time.
It's
But
not- at
There's
least
not a
was
ton in there.
hyperbolic. That's crazy. Yeah, I'm there with you. What was the? I don't have much experience with most of your candy.
Really? So
I'm all about Mr.
I
Goodbar.
forgot. I skipped one. Goo Goo clusters are the number one. But they're below Nerd
1B.
Gummy clusters. Yeah, they're the number one of the chocolate candies. They're so good. They're made in Nashville. They used to be really big in the U.S., but then I don't know.
What are they
didn't
called?
Scale well.
but
Goo
then
Goo
they
clusters.
weren't good, so no one
What is it
wanted
like?
them.
It's like a hockey puck. Here, I'll show it to
Do you also like black licorice?
you. No, gosh, no. I'm not Australian.
I tried to tell you guys, it's a very strange family.
I have-
of
hey,
candies.
listen.
well, you're just well versed.
Yes,
In all the
exactly.
rare
I'm a
stuff.
connoisseur.
Exactly.
All right, not
It's
on
just
Amazon.
the life of candy bars.
Goo Goo clusters, man, they're so good.
If a candy is really hard to find, I personally think that's for a reason.
They're big. They're girthy.
Oh yeah, that is girthy.
Okay, let's stop saying
I've
that
seen
word.
them.
And
Oh yeah.
That's really
oh, here we go.
nice.
Hey, here's the diagram. Show it to the fans, the unsotties. There's the diagram of what it is. It tells you, there's an arrow. Peanuts, nougat. Do you say
Wow,
nougat?
they have the instructions on how to make them.
Is that not just a Snickers bar?
No, it's way better.
Fluffier.
There's caramel in it. I guess there's caramel in it. Yeah.
Did it say marshmallow? Did I see marshmallow? in there?
Marshmallow,
Oh,
yeah.
see, Snickers doesn't.
They're
have
so
marshmallow.
good.
Snickers is my one seed for candy bars.
Same. And a quick meal.
If you count
Yeah, they're super dense.
you count double decker oatmeal cream pies, those are up there for me. But that's more of a snack.
Yeah.
But the
We-
double
It's like a
deckers-
little Debbie thing.
We house a box of oatmeal cream pies like every couple days.
I had one out of that box.
Yeah.
I get tired of them too fast.
Oh, I love
Really?
them so
I
much.
love an oatmeal cream pie. The little Debbie's slash Swiss, or what's the other little Debbie's, or what's the other? What's the competitor?
I couldn't tell you.
Hostess?
Hostess. Thank
Hostess,
you.
yeah.
That's also a good debate. There's some good, like, which one's best? Because like I had a zebra cake today, and it had been like a decade. Those things are so good.
Who
What
is
are
that?
they,
What camp is that in?
I don't know. Is it Hostess?
I think it's
yes.
Little Debbie. I would say it's Little Debbie.
What's the long ones that are like that?
Ho-Hos?
Is it that?
Twinkie? Well,
Yeah, there's-
the Hostess always had
the
the,
one shaped
where's
like
the
a
cream
Twinkie.
filling commercial with the raccoon? You guys remember that? He would always like attack the
Oh,
the
yes.
van or the bus or whatever, and there was because he thought it was the
Oh.
ho ho or
Wow.
whatever it was.
I remember, Steve.
Wow.
Got it.
What?
I don't. I was trying to. I had a tangent that I was going off, and I don't have it anymore. So, of Mars or Hershey's, what camp are you playing your flag in? You have to choose one.
Mars. What's in Mars camp?
Mars
What's in
bars.
Hershey's?
M&M's and Mars bars.
M&M's. I
Pretty
think they have
lowly
Skittles.
camp.
Oh,
They-
Skittles. I'm
Do
a
they have
big time
Skittles?
Skittles guy.
Mars has Skittles, I think. But then they also have like like Milky Way and
Love Milky Ways. Yeah.
Milky Way is like all the worst parts of Snickers.
So if you go to Costco and get like a candy pack, I do this for youth group. They've got like Hershey bars and M&Ms and Skittles. But are those the competing companies?
Oh yeah, that's
And
crazy.
something else.
You know,
Are you a Coke product or a Pepsi product?
I was going to bring this up. So you just said you buy a variety pack, and you said this youth group thing. This always really made me angry when I was shopping for a big event, and maybe Costco does this. How come variety packs only exist in the food market space? Why aren't there variety packs of Coke products? Why can't I buy a 24-pack and it's like Coke, Sprite, whatever, and it's like all the different types of Coke products?
Dude,
Yeah, you can do that with beer.
You should
Yeah,
market
wait,
that.
Well,
But
yeah.
like it's annoying.
Kinda.
Like when you buy them
Sometimes.
for a party,
Or you
you have
do
to
like
buy, you have to commit to like 12 Cokes, and
well,
you're like,
it's exactly what you just said.
but why is it like that in the snack world?
Because people don't, when you go to a party, it's better to have options. Whereas with sodas, people have to drink something. So you're like, oh, and then they hold longer too.
I'm
You
gonna
can,
push back because so I came in really hard on that. So like Coke right now is really trying to push whatever that new Sprite or
Starry? I think it's Pepsi.
Pepsi is
Yeah.
trying to push Starry. No one's buying Starry, so they like mark it down. and
Never
all
even
this stuff.
heard of it.
apparently.
It's Sierra Mist, but
It's
they
the new
changed
Sierra
the
Mist,
name
yeah.
because they got like sued.
So if
From who?
Sierra Mist.
the mist coming off the Sierra
No,
Mist-
So
seriously.
that's Coke's thing?
No. Like there was some other Sierra Mist or something.
Yeah,
Or
I don't know.
No,
So
this is-
anyway, Pepsi sells a variety pack. They're shooting off 2 Mountain Dews, 2 Pepsis, 2 Starries, and anything that they're not selling before, they're forcing people down your throat to sell. Kind of like the chip bags. You get the big box of assorted chips, and everyone like leaves the pretzels to the very end or whatever.
And the Fritos.
Fritos and pretzels suck.
I like both of those.
I like the pretzels, but
I like them, but not compared to Cheetos.
That's true. That's true. And so that I feel like that would be a really good way to market and like force people to buy your.
Yeah, I mean,
thing.
it's a good way to market, but also Coke and Sprite and Diet Coke are doing perfectly fine. So they're going to force everyone to buy a 12 or a 24 pack.
I think the answer is just that it is this way because it's always been this way,
Yeah.
and they
Yeah.
have no reason to change it. But it's a bummer that it is that way in the food world, and it's not that way in the drink world.
you
I
should
said it.
write a letter, Congressman.
It just makes sense. People
They
like
probably
different
studied it.
drinks.
I haven't even thought of that.
Yeah, you buy one.
if I've not thought of
it's
it.
the Coke sampler, and it has all the different options. Diet, the regular, it has all the different options. It seems like a no-brainer. And if you're planning for a party and you go to the store and Coke has that variety pack and Pepsi doesn't, you're totally reaching for the Coke one because you're like, oh, this is a better chance that I'll get something that someone likes, And so you grab that.
it's
seems
not a
like
bad idea.
Seems like a no-brainer.
It's
We're just going to
genius.
have 3 for 10.
Wait, what was that?
The 3 cases for 10.
Oh, I don't know what that is.
It was like 3 12 packs for $10.
That sounds
I feel like they
amazing.
always have
It was
at the
just a
stores.
deal. Yeah. They don't. Gone are those days. It's like 3 for
Maybe $12
18.
now or something.
If I see 3 for, I'm done. You lost me. I don't buy 3 of anything.
What if you're like?
BOGO, I'll do. I'll do BOGO.
It's, all right, 2 get 1 free.
Nope. No, I won't do buy 2. It's funny. I only go 1 because I don't like the 2. I'm like, no, you're not going to get me with that. But if it's buy 1 get
Oh, it's
1
great.
free,
You can get like Coke, you can get Sprite, and then you can get Orange Fanta, which is
Yeah.
amazing.
that is good.
Have you
Dude, we
seen
used to do that
the
all the time
difference
with
of
the-
orange Fanta here and orange Fanta in the UK?
Oh, I haven't seen it. I've tasted it.
I haven't been to the UK, but I've had it in other countries.
Well, there's
Italy,
like this thing
great.
is circulating right now where it's orange Fanta in the UK has like actual orange juice in it and is missing not missing but absent of like 10 different things
There's like
that
a
the
lot of
one
things that
here
are
in
like
the US
outlawed
has.
in the US
Mhm.
or
Yeah.
outlawed in Europe.
And
or
like if
whatever.
you look at the bottles side by side, theirs is like like a Sunny D color. Sunny D.
What?
You guys,
Yeah, it's great stuff.
For the
Yeah,
longest
great.
time, I thought Sunny D, like orange juice, gave you vitamin D because that's what Sunny D was for.
Mm-hmm.
Not thinking it's Sunny Delight. So I apologize.
Tapioca.
Tapioca.
Tampico.
What?
is what you're thinking
Tampico.
of.
There
Oh.
it is.
Tapioca.
Hold on. I think they put vitamin D in it,
It's
right?
vitamin C that oranges give you. But anyway,
But it's the
Keep going.
sun gives
yeah.
you vitamin D.
That was it. It's just totally different colors, totally different
And
substances.
the bottles are like considerably thinner as well.
Yeah.
America's-
The whole thing is bizarre.
Oh goodness.
Yeah.
Well, I think that kind of wraps it up for us, guys. We've been. I'm
Nice.
really pumped that you hit the right button.
I remembered.
You didn't just end our recording there. Yeah, so that's all it's going to be for today. I want to thank once again Will and Joy for hosting us and allowing us into this immaculate basement.
Yeah,
Yeah, this might be our new studio. I don't know.
yeah.
You're
I think-
welcome anytime.
I
Yeah.
think so.
Perfect.
Just do the
Um,
laundry while you're here.
Yeah, did you turn that off?
Yeah, I did.
I just want to say, Darcy, we really love you.
Yeah.
You're incredible.
The soup story is just a good time. A
It's
lot of people
great
have heard
time.
it.
Yeah, a lot of people. This story's making the rounds.
Yeah.
Smelled it apparently too.
People have smelled it.
Next time we have you guys on, I would love to hear if you have any experience with like nurturing small kittens and anything that happens with that. But we hopefully next time we'll have some of our original cast members back, and you guys won't have to host us in the evening. But
We can't get Ben and Will in the same room, that's for sure.
yeah, we would not stop talking about fly fish, or they wouldn't, and we'll try and just.
Oh yeah, we have our own podcast.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's called the Fly Guys.
yeah, the Fly Guys.
All right, well,
Nice.
if you made it this far, we appreciate it, and we hope you guys have a great evening. Did we decide how the best way to end this is?
Check out Fly Guys.
Stop.
It's a competing podcast.
No.
It's much better.
Also, we appreciate any sponsorships from Reese's or Hershey's.
We also mentioned
Nerd
something else a bunch, but WeatherTech. We mentioned WeatherTech a couple times.
Friend of the
WeatherTech
pod.
hit us up.
Or
Yeah, friend
the
of pod.
pagans and the pelts,
Yeah,
if
we'll
you're
figure out
still
all the
around.
affiliate links.
If
or when
anyone
you
knows
shop
where to
next
get
time.
some good skunk pelts, you just let us know. All right, that's it.